your WTVA Severe Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Gabe Maynard.
Well, Gabe, we started off the day with some activity this morning with that line of showers that came through. Still not necessarily out of the clear tonight.
Yeah, it's been a hectic day. Even though we did get a series of some drier weather, I know coming into work we had a little bit of blue skies peeking through. Now, it's not so much the case as we're heading into the evening and overnight period. Seeing now we are clear for majority of our areas, mainly north of West Point, Columbus, Starkville, and all of this area. I mean, if you see a few isolated showers, but the main bulk of what we're concerned with still remains south, just there near Louisville, as it does have that severe thunderstorm warning, and getting a track on that, trending towards Ackerman, but going to be moving towards West Point there by 7:37, Caledonia by 8:01, Smithville there by 8:21, and this has the potential to produce some hail. It's produced some strong winds. We're seeing 60 mile an hour indicated by that radar, and even just south of it, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning. The same reason with that one, the possibility of some hail and some wind gusts are the main threat with that, but as these continue to trend towards our area and on in that northeast direction, the possibility of maybe a tornado developing is not out of the question. Now, we have had a few tornado developments that are confirmed, but mainly, I mean, it just branches down, trees down, affecting travel and traffic all throughout the afternoon period of those storms that moved through this morning. Now, the confirmed one that we can mention is over here near Union County, and EF1 was confirmed in that area. So more reports will come in, and more of those diagnosis with those tornadoes will come in. Now, we are still under a severe risk. You see Kosciuszko, Eupora, Houston up towards the Tupelo area having that slight risk of some severe weather, and that tornado risk is just along with that slight risk for some tornadoes developing. That's what we're talking about, that those areas south and on east are the main factors of that. Now, as we get into the severe weather potential, tornadoes aren't the only thing that we're concerned with. Large hail, some strong winds, and heavy rainfall are also going to be key contributors to that severe weather risk. So just something to monitor as we get closer. And temperatures haven't cooled down much, even though we are associating this with a cold front sitting there in the mid to upper 60s, 70s over there towards that Kosciuszko area. And as these storms continue to move into that area, I mean, we're having the moisture, we're having the warmth to develop those storms. So that's just something to monitor as those storms continue to make that northeast trend. Now, even as we get into the evening forecast, the main chance for this weather will be in the 9 o'clock hour. Trending overnight, we've seen these last anywhere from 2, 3 a.m. So it's just going to be something to monitor overnight to just make sure you're as prepared as possible. And we'll see that right here. So at the 7 o'clock hour, seeing those storms remain south of the Macon, Louisville area, continuing to make their way into the area as we head overnight. Seeing 10 o'clock, it's stretching all the way towards West Point, Amory, Solagent, and Hamilton, continuing to remain in that southeast direction. Now, that's where that slight risk was mentioned. That's where those storms are remaining. We're seeing some heavy rainfall associated with that reformed Solagent just south there of West Point, Starkville, and into Macon. Now, by the time we get to 3 o'clock, we see those storms mainly move out of the area, and we're seeing cloudy skies on the back end. And waking up tomorrow morning, high pressure will start to settle in and give us that clear, dry air that we can love after what we've seen today. Now that high pressure is maintained, maybe a few clouds developing into our Wednesday, and overnight might see an isolated shower develop, not really anything too crazy, not like what we've seen today, so don't worry. We should be out of that once we get through the overnight period. Now that chance of rainfall will be mainly for the early AM, early dawn period for our Wednesday, but after that we'll get that high pressure and some sunshine in our forecast. Chance of rain moves back into the forecast into our weekend, so you might want to keep that umbrella handy heading into your weekend plans. And then into next week, I mean all throughout this week, we'll be getting temperatures back to normal in the mid, maybe upper 50s, still above average, but not 70 degrees like what we've seen. So I mean, I'm ready for that January weather to return, but we just got to get through the severe weather and just stay weather aware throughout the evening period. Alyssa, keep that umbrella handy and just stay weather aware throughout the time period of tonight, even overnight and early tomorrow morning.
All right, Gabe, thanks so much.